got him. Oh my God. Oh, oh. One of the most favorite snacks, buffalo carp. Got him. Guys, we are a long way from Tennessee. In fact, we are a couple thousand miles away from Tennessee, in a concrete jungle populated with around 2.4 million people, filled with traffic, heat, and more traffic. But the upside, there's really big fish here. So let's get to fishing and see if we can catch a giant. Let's go. Oh man, that water looks absolutely beautiful, man. I mean, look at that over there. Kind of got that river bend right there. River bend action going on. God, it's so beautiful. You wouldn't think a city like this, a place like this, would hold big fish or have little holes like this. You know, to be honest, guys, I'm surprised I found you out here 1,000 miles away, but I'm sure I'm happy you're here with me. And I'm not gonna tell you what we're fishing for today. You just have to figure that out yourself, which by the size of these rods, you might already figure it out. But we're gonna try our best to catch big fish today. I'm excited, I know you guys are too. So last night it rained quite a bit. We got a good amount of current this morning to work with. And I got some really good baits with me too. I got mullet. I caught some yesterday fresh out of the cast net just for this trip. But with this current up like this, we're gonna try to find back eddies like this. See that little back eddy? We want to fish areas like that where a bobber will stick. Yes, I'm using a bobber this morning, and I'll go over my rig as we find a good spot. Let's get to looking. I'm not gonna lie, this looks like a good first spot to just test out. There's a lot of current here. I like this, it looks good. It doesn't mean there's fish here though, but we sure are gonna try and find out if there are. And I'm gonna go over my rig so you guys know what I'm using, what I'm doing. This is a Penn Battle 3. This is a 6000 series. It's got 80-pound braid on there with an FG knot with 80-pound mono, all the way to a bobber stopper with a bobber, a bead to protect my knot, a swivel, 200-pound wire, all the way down to a J-hook. That's what we're using. Straight setup we're using on both our rods we're using. The other rod I got set up right here is a Seagate 50. It's a Daiwa, and I also got it on a Kuma longitude rod. Same rig, everything. And for bait this morning, I already mentioned it, but we got some mullet with us. I caught that right there is the bait we're using. That is a mullet. Really good bait for any type of predatory fish. It's kind of like a gizzard shad, but of the ocean. So I got my knife right here. We're gonna cut us a headpiece off. Right there, nasty, nasty looking bait. Now look at this little indention in the water. You see this little indention right here? That right there? See that? That little seam. And then you got that slack water right there. It's calm right there. See that fast water on that side of the bayou? That's fast water. These big fish are gonna hang out right here in this slack water. I'll let that bobber drip down a little bit. Kind of see there's a little bend right here, and it creates some slack water right here. That bobber's gonna slowly move right in that current break. That's where those big lazy fish are gonna be laying. Guys, come on, you gotta come with me. You gotta come with me, guys. Just watch a big mama picked up the bait. Yeah, man, she's going. This fish picked up the bait and he's swimming off with it. I gotta be very quiet. Yeah, that bobber's freaking underwater right now. You cannot see the bobber. All right, I'm gonna walk down here a little bit and get a better positioning on the fish. No joke, I've been sitting right here for about, oh, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. I've been sitting in this position, in this spot for about 10 minutes. Look at my bobber right there. You see it? Right on the freaking bank, man.
I see the shadow of the fish. I'm getting shaky. Ooh, that's a big fish. She doesn't know I'm there though. She's running. Look at her go, man. Look at her go. That's a big fish too, I'm pretty sure. Damn, I think she got off. Damn. Got him. Got him. Oh my God. Oh, oh. Got her. Oh, got her. Houston, we've got a problem. That's a big one. Yeah, baby. I gotta go get my rope, man, to land this fish. Guys, let's get my handed to me. I had a Houston native, right? Tom, right? He came down here to help me out. I've probably been still struggling with this fish. All right, we're gonna lasso her. She's right down there. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go right here through this. You just keep holding it. Set that down for a second. Tom, if you can hold this, and I got this. She may freak out on us, so don't be surprised if she takes off. Come on, babe. Come on. She's all right, she's all right. Oh, man. She's freaking ours, man. He's ours. Oh, let's get her up. Thanks, man. Oh.
Wow.
Tom?
That's incredible.
Brother, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Let's get a measurement on this bad boy. I don't even want to get my fingers near her snout, to be honest, but oh, dude, she's 60 inches, 5 foot. Yep, 5 foot gar, baby. That's a dandy. Boys, this is what we came down here for. Right there. That's a dandy. Oh my goodness. What a freaking fish, man. Put me through the loop. Look at those teeth. That is a dinosaur in the flesh right there. And that tail, man. Powerful tail for propulsion, razor sharp jaws. Evolution created a monster right here. Shout to Tommy's behind the camera. You come over here, show yourself off, man. Help me out. Houston natives, man, they're clutch. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome to see.
He's just biking around and he saw me struggling down here, came down here and saved my butt, man. I don't know if I would have got him in. Oh man, she's a sweetheart with teeth. Like most women out there. Let's get her back in the water, dude. I'm just gonna slide her in. All right, babe. There she goes, Dino. Man, I don't really have much to say after that, other than let's catch another one. Appreciate it, man. When you travel about 1,000 miles to catch a fish, and you catch one like that, it just means that much more. I got more bait and stuff. I'm gonna set another rod out. I'm just gonna kind of take that in and think about the epic proportion and size of that fish. That was a big gar. The current, the way it's blowing this morning, there's a lot of rain last night, and I fished this spot a couple of days ago. The water was really slow and there was no current. The fish were kind of just moving everywhere. With this fast current, it puts the big fish in predictable spots. I mentioned earlier in that video that just that little crease in the canal, in the bayou, caused a eddy, a current seam. And in that current seam was that 5-foot fish. If you guys pay attention to the water, you read it, you catch big fish anywhere. And I'll tell you right now, if I can catch them, you can. Because I'm not the smartest, I'm not the best fisherman out there. I'll never proclaim to be it. But as a fisherman, you have to think about water. You have to think about how it moves. It's not just about a bait, a hook, line, pole, your tackle. Those things matter, but when it comes to locating fish, you have to think like one. You have to think like a big one if you want to catch a big one. I'm tired of talking, man. Let's get another bait on, see if we catch another giant, man. That's freaking awesome. Guys, I'm using a simple rig. I said it earlier, man. It's very simple, nothing complex about it. So this is the Daiwa Seagate right here. It's a 50 size. This is a strong, sturdy reel. It does the job. It's got enough drag to handle a fish like we just caught. Now, it's got 80-pound braid, FG knot to 80-pound mono. That's a key thing. You need that strong line. And then we have a bobber stopper, which is right there. You can barely see it. What that bobber stopper is gonna do is stop our bobber and keep our bait that far off the bottom. That's where we want it. We want it in the face of the fish. We got a bead, a palmer knot. That is a swivel right there, crimped to some steel wire right there. It's about 250-pound wire, 300-pound. You can use it for sharks. And we got a small, sturdy, strong hook. Now, the way I'm fishing for these gar, they're swallowing the bait and I'm trying to hook them in the back of the mouth. I'm not gonna be able to get the hook out, but they can live with this hook. It's a hook that can corrode and rust away and these fish can swim off and survive. Anybody who tells you they can't, that's bull crap. If the hook is bigger than their throat and they can't swallow food, yes, they're probably gonna die. But if we're going after big gar, we're catching 5-6 footers, this little hook is not really gonna do much damage to a fish that can swallow bait that big. But that's our rig and everything. And our bait that we were using, that we still are using, we caught it on a mullet head, but now we're gonna use a mullet body section. All I'm gonna do is just hook it, barely hooking it. I want that hook exposed as much as I can get it. Right there, that's it. Now we're fishing a little current seam. I said it earlier in the beginning of the video. Usually current seams hold big fish. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cast in the same spot. Doesn't mean there's gonna be a fish there though. And what I want that bait to do, I want it to kind of bend over right here into the slack water. And I gave it about 10 or 20 minutes. I'm hoping that that was enough time to keep these gar, I see another one down there, kind of keep these gar from getting spooked. That's the big thing about these fish, is that they get spooked very easily. Now our bait's in an area where we want it. So what I'm gonna do, you look at my rod, my reel right here. First, I'm gonna turn this clicker on right here. I'm gonna open up free spool. That way when a fish takes, we're gonna hear that click. We're gonna set right there. Now I'm gonna get another bait on. We're gonna cast right here again, have 2 of them out. So I mentioned we had to cut that line off, or that hook off earlier. I'm not using big hooks because I don't wanna hurt these fish. That's a really big thing with these fish, is you don't wanna use hooks that can really hurt them, which is the big hooks, if you're cutting the line like I am. Here we go. And since I snipped that line earlier, I still got enough wire leader to catch another fish. So what I'm gonna do with this hook, how I tie these hooks on with this wire without crimping them, I just go through, bend that back around. So now it looks like this, right here. This is what you got. And I'm just gonna twist it around. And that wire is so strong that it will not break and it will not cut them done. And that's how I'm tying my hooks on. I'm just gonna twist it until it stops. That should be good right there. We're gonna clip that little edge off and we're gonna bait back up. Yummy. That is some gizzard shad right there. That's our bait right there. We're not gonna throw it out very far. We're gonna get it right up on this bank right here. And we're gonna let that drift down. Once it drifts down, we're gonna set our rods down, wait for a bite. All right, guys, we're gonna move down a little bit. We were getting bites and everything, but they're not gigantic fish. You know, one thing about fishing here in Houston and Texas in general, it's hot, man. Make sure you guys stay hydrated if you are fishing any type of hot weather, because heat stroke is deadly, man. Really deadly. I've already went through 4 water bottles and 2 Pedialytes, and I've been here a couple hours. And you see I'm drenched in sweat. Make sure you guys stay safe out there. I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm thinking. So that current scene we've been fishing, there's another little back eddy right here, another little dip. And what I'm thinking is there might be some bigger fish. Chill, I don't want to spook them. So I'm gonna cast right here and let my bait drift down into them. All right, our bait is way down there, man. We're gonna tighten this up right here. Put that clicker on, right there. Here's some tilapia we caught too yesterday. We're gonna slice them right here in half, throw them on. Is that a catfish? It's a catfish, man. It's a catfish, look at that. Look like a blue cat. Yeah, it is, it's 2 blues. In that case, I might have to go get my blue cat rod. I've never seen blue cats hit the top of the water like that. You saw them rolling. That was pretty freaking spectacular right there. I've never seen that in my entire life. There they are, still fighting over there. Let's see if they'll eat this. See if they'll eat that. Might not be close enough to them. There's a gar. If you saw how he knows we're here. He don't like it. We are gonna go get my other rod though. It's right in the car, and we'll throw on some cut bait. Because if there's blue cats in here, we might hook into a big blue, man. That was so odd. Never seen fish like that. I saw some blue cats kind of circling earlier. I got another rod with me. It's not a heavy duty. Well, the line isn't, the reel is. This is a C-Line X50 SHA. Same pole, longitude CX, 12 footer. Going with a Carolina rig. I'm putting on some wire leader, small hook, just in case we do hook into some gar. But I saw some blue cats rolling on top of the water, and blue cats are fun to catch. Might be getting a bite right here. I'm just gonna let him take. That's a pretty consistent run. You may be wondering why I'm letting this fish run. And that's because we want him to get that hook in the back of his mouth. All right, he's really going now. Oh. Oh yeah. That's definitely a fish. All right. We're gonna kind of follow him. It's kind of what you got to do with these gator gar. You just got to follow them, because that's a big bait. If it is a big fish, I want to make sure he swallows that crap so we can get him. All right, I'm just gonna set the hook, man. I don't want this fish to run any farther than what he has to. Came out of his mouth. Something definitely had him, whatever it was. We'll throw it right back out. I'm gonna let this bad boy drift back out, and I'll get back with you guys in a minute. Guys, there is lightning in the area. I'm going to let this storm pass before I get to fishing, because you know, holding a 12-foot pole in a lightning storm doesn't help me. Yeah, buddy, we're packed that we're gonna sit in the car and wait that out right there. That is coming straight towards us. Hey, yeah, we do not want to be in that. In this scenario, I would rather be safe than sorry. And once this storm passes, I'm probably gonna go to the other side of the bayou, fish that side a couple hours. Let's get in the car. Yeah, I love fishing, guys, but I like being alive a lot more. All right, guys, that thunderstorm kind of moved out of the way. We kind of chilled in the car a little bit. We're going to a new spot, a little bit downriver. I was doing some looking and I saw a spillway. And anytime you see spillways, let me tell you, there's usually gonna be big fish hanging out in that area. So right now I'm carrying a crap ton of gear, if you see. I got my bucket, I got my rods, my bag, and myself. And the spillway is right there, right in front of us. All right, guys, we made it. Keep my volume low. There's some big gar and big fish just chilling in this area right here in front of us. We got that spillway, that's oxygen. Got some current on that side. But what really attracts me about this spot is that, and one more thing. You see this little cut, this little divot? This is slack water right here. Those gar, those bigger fish, are gonna hang out all right here in this divot. So now the easy part is putting some baits out and waiting. I'm probably gonna float some bobbers down here, and I'm probably gonna throw a bait over there right in that junk. There's our bait right there. We're gonna throw it out right into this current right here. Oh, it's deep right there. It's probably about 15, 20 foot right there. There we go. Here's a cool trick to keep your clicker from rolling like this. You can put your line under your reel right there. And once it takes off, you'll still know there's a fish. It just gives it a little bit more tension. All right, that's our bait. Some tilapia. I'm trying to be really quiet right here. I saw a gar here earlier. We're just gonna drive that in. And casting the bait up river and letting it drift down. If I cast on top of those gar, it's gonna spook them. Yes, gar get spooked. I would too if a big piece of meat was thrown at my head. Now, if the steak was prepared and set in my face, I might eat it. But if you throw a steak at me, I ain't gonna eat it. Flick that open. Now when we get a bite, we're gonna hear that clicker. That bait should just sit right here. This is an eddy. Should let it sit. All right, guys, I have one of the most favorite snacks for a big gar. Buffalo carp, and we're gonna lob it right out. There is a flash flood warning going on, and it's upriver from me. I am paying attention to the water level. If it does start to rise, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here quick. You don't play with floods, man. We got a taker. Where's he at? The leaders are right here. I don't know where this fish is at, if it's even, it is a fish. Damn it. Might be getting played by turtles right now. It's a big possibility. Turtles are little gar. Big gar usually don't play around like this. They'll take it and run. This fish is running, man. I looked over, taking off like lightning. I don't know what it is. He's way down there. God. Man, we were packing up too. Look what he did to that bait, dude. Damn, son of a. That's frustrating, man. Should have let him run more. Gunned it a little too quickly. That happens though, that's fishing. That's why they call it fishing and not catching. Before we get to moving though, I'm gonna put some fluids in my body. It's very important in this heat. Cool. All right, guys, we moved back to the original spot because it's higher. The water's starting to rise a little bit. I didn't want to be in that floodplain with that water rising, because if there is a flash flood that comes through, I'd be right in the middle of it. And that doesn't sound good for me. In fact, I could possibly die. And we don't want to do that. We want to catch big fish. We fished this spot already. We came back here just because the rain's died down a little bit. I think we were able to let this spot cool off a little bit. Those fish get spooked really easily. Just trying to be quiet as I can. Are you kidding me, bro? Right where I'm casting my bait, dog. Guys, just common etiquette, common sense. If you're fishing a spot, stay as far as you can away from somebody. Oh, that feels good. We got some tuna fish, and although it may smell like straight up tuna fish, for me, it smells like heaven. I will say this, guys, if you enjoy this content, make sure you like and subscribe. Helps me and supports the channel, so I can keep eating tuna fish while I'm fishing for big fish. All I can say about alligator gar is that they are just different. Not like any other fish I've ever fought. Strange, require a lot of patience, diligence. I mean, that's fishing in general, I guess. By the way, this is my second pack of tuna. That's really good. All right, guys, we've been out here for quite a while chasing gar. We've probably been out here about 8 hours, okay? We had a couple runs today, had some dangerous weather. I think that's just Texas. Texas is dangerous. Look, if you have to use lassos for the fish and the cows, it's a dangerous place. But make sure you guys stay tuned, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try to put some more videos in Texas. So Texas. So make sure you stay tuned. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. You mean the world to me. Oof, gives me goosebumps. As always, peace, love, God bless. Fish on, my friends.